This is Renee Schoof, reporting for McClatchy newspapers from the oil sands of Western Canada. The oil sands lie under part of Canada's vast northern forest in the province of Alberta. There's a lot of oil up here, an estimated 174 billion barrels that can be recovered. That's larger than the reserves of any country except Saudi Arabia, and enough to keep production going for a century. The oil here is extracted in two ways. One is mining. First, trees, wetlands, and topsoil are removed, and then the oil sands are scraped off the surface. The material is mixed with hot water to separate the heavy oil, called bitumen. The leftover water, sand, and some remaining bitumen then goes to a settling pond. The water will be recycled in the processor. Bitumen can be skimmed off the surface, and fine clay particles will slowly settle to the bottom of the pond. The oil from the oil sands is so thick it doesn't flow under natural conditions. Where it lies too deep for surface mining, it's extracted from wells. Steam has to be injected deep underground to heat it up, and then the heated oil and water are pumped to the surface. Although trees remain around these wells, roads and cuts in the forest from seismic explorations reduce habitat for animals here, such as caribou and migratory songbirds. At the upgrading plant, sulfur is removed, and the bitumen is processed into a synthetic crude oil that can be sent by pipelines to refineries. Much of this oil is piped to the United States. Mining and upgrading at the oil sands take a lot of energy and produce large amounts of greenhouse gases, 3 to 5 times the amount as production from conventional oil, or 10 to 15% more in the whole life of the oil, from when it's extracted at the oil sands to when we use it as gas to drive. Alberta is beginning to look at ways to reduce its overall emissions, including emissions from the oil sands. The provincial government estimates that greenhouse gas emissions will increase until 2020. At the same time, oil sands production is expected to grow from 1.2 million barrels a day to about 4 million barrels a day.